This week, you'll be taking a look at an article called The Myth of the Free Speech Crisis, which is published on the Guardian newspaper online. And I would recommend that before you begin reading the article, that you take a look through the Week 2 Blackboard folder so that you understand what the assignment is and you understand what it is that you're going to be reading for. In fact, anytime a professor gives you a reading assignment, you want to look at the assignment that is associated with that so that you are reading for the correct information, meaning you don't have to understand or remember all of the details that the author puts forward in the text, but you want to make sure that you retain those details that are going to be useful for you as you complete the assignment. So this week we will be completing our first précis assignment. And a précis is a kind of academic summary. We'll be writing these a lot throughout the course of the semester, and you'll find that they really become the building blocks for the longer essays that we write. And so when writing a précis, we're looking for a couple of things. We want to know what the topic of the article or argument is. We want to know, importantly, what the author is criticizing. What is the author's opinion on that topic? We're looking for key pieces of support. So we don't need to understand all of the support or remember all of the support, but we want to look for what kinds of support is this author using? Are they using a lot of personal anecdote? Are they using a lot of facts and statistics? Are they using expert opinion or expert testimony from others? Lots of examples. And then maybe highlighting a couple of those key examples for yourself or that key support for yourself. So how is it that they're supporting their opinion or supporting what it is that they're criticizing? The next thing we want to look for is the author's recommendations. If they're criticizing something, what is the solution that they are recommending for their audience? We also want to think about, well, who is this piece written for? Who is the audience? Do we have a sense of what the age of the audience is? Maybe the gender of the audience, the education level, perhaps where they live in the world. It's also useful to think about why. Why is the writer writing this now? What is happening? What's the context? Maybe what's going on in the world? What's going on in the author's life? These are all things to focus on as you are reading The Myth of the Free Speech Crisis. A couple other things I want you to think about before you even begin reading the text is to look at the text features. So text features refer to things like the images that are associated with a text, maybe the way in which the text is presented on the page, whether it's written or if it's appearing on a computer screen like before us now. Has the author used subtitles, or is the text chunked in a certain way? So if I just kind of scroll through, we have the title of the article, right? The Myth of the Free Speech Crisis. And then underneath that is a subtitle, How Overblown Fears of Censorship Have Normalized Hate Speech and Silenced Minorities. And we have the author, Nesreen Malik. But then if I just kind of scroll, it's a long article, but one thing that you'll notice is that it's broken into sections. And while the sections do not have subheadings or sort of smaller titles, they are the webpage is indicating that this is a section using these sort of larger bolded letters. And so why is that important for you as a reader? Well, each section is going to have either a main piece of support or a main idea. So if you were looking to summarize or to write an academic summary about this text, after you've established the main point or what it is the author is criticizing, you're going to want to ensure that for each section, each time you see one of those large letters, that you grab a piece of information from that section. Maybe it is a piece of support, or you're describing a piece of support. Maybe it is a main idea that is important to the author's advancement of the argument, but really paying attention to the way in which the text is laid out on the page